Hello, hello. I am back again with another mostly unscripted video. You can think of this as being a continuation of my line art video from almost 2 years ago now, in which I talk about line confidence, how to achieve better lines. But this time around, it's going to be more in the context of brushes. And based on what I plan on titling this video, I'm sure you are waiting in eager anticipation for the unveiling of this one magic brush that will elevate your drawings to the next level. So I'll just cut to the chase here. It's not going to be what you expect, most likely, but if we go over to the pencil tools here, this brush is the dark pencil brush, or in Photoshop, the Photoshop equivalent would be, I guess, the hard round brush. So, in other words, the most basic brush there is, and more specifically with the pressure sensitivity or pen pressure turned off. And you may be thinking to yourself right about now, why the f would I want to do that? That sounds awful. And you'd be right. But there's a good reason for doing this, because I find that a lot of... Hang on, I haven't turned on my tablet yet. Come on, there it goes. I find that a lot of beginner artists, or not even beginners, maybe you're relatively new to like digital drawing, you know, they'll start with like a very soft brush. Like you can see here, I've got this rough drawing already laid out. This is the photo reference I'm using, by the way. I'm using the sub view. I'm pretty sure there's something like that in Photoshop as well, but this is the Clip Studio version of it. But yeah, I like to use the watercolor brush for the rough layer, which is very soft, right? And there's some transparency to it, so like it'll get darker kind of the more you go over the same lines. But this is actually the kind of brush that you want to avoid if you're not as comfortable with cleaning up your drawings and doing line art, because it allows you to go over lines multiple times without kind of being penalized for it. And what I mean is, like, you can get really fine, really soft with it, and so you can kind of ghost your lines a lot, right? You can go over your lines multiple times, whereas if you switch to that hard brush, there we go, can't do that, right? As soon as that line is placed down, that's it. It's you gotta commit now. Like, a common advice you hear when it comes to drawing traditionally is people will say, use like a pen or a marker, something that can't be erased, right? Because then you have to commit to your mistakes. Now, I'm not suggesting that you do away with your undo button, because I'm not a masochist. Personally, I abuse the undo tool all the time. I love being able to undo. But I think the digital equivalent of that advice is to pick a brush that is very opaque, no transparency, because it'll force you to be more precise with your lines. And I know from experience that it's very tempting to spend hours just going over 1,000,001 brushes, downloading all these different brushes, trying them all out because you want to find that perfect brush that's and you know there is some validity to that, like um you know the brush you choose is going to kind of inform your aesthetic, whatever that aesthetic or style is that you're going for. But just in terms of like the quality of your drawings or how believable your drawings are, really has nothing to do with the brushes. Um, it's all about the choices that you're making and where you're choosing to place those lines. As I had mentioned before, you're probably gonna hate using a really basic brush like this, especially without that pen pressure, because the size of the brush is going to remain consistent no matter how hard or lightly you press. You can think of it as like, think of Goku or Rock Lee training with the ankle weights, right? It's like it's going to be kind of annoying at first. It's going to be a bit challenging, but if you're willing to do that for like, I'd say a month, and then you switch to basically any other brush, you're going to notice a difference. You're going to feel a lot more confident with your lines, or in other words, you're going to be less fearful of putting those lines down. So if I were to just lower this a little bit more, I'll say this is our line art layer. And actually, you know what? While I'm doing this, I'll put up a couple examples of my own drawings just to prove that I'm not full of shit. To prove that you can, in fact, make good drawings with just the basic dark pencil brush. And again, no pressure, no pen pressure involved. The one on the left is actually from the very first time lapse I ever posted to this channel, and you may recognize the drawing on the right from my intro sequence. It's one of the drawings I chose for that, and so it is possible to get, and I found after drawing like that for a while, really helped me to think a lot more before putting lines down. And I mean, I do still abuse the undo tool, but that precision is there. And sorry, I'm not very good. I'm still not very good at drawing and talking at the same time. I may end up, I think what I'll do is I'll speed up the process of this, and I'll maybe just add some additional thoughts in post over top, but I'm probably just going to speed this part up as I go over this drawing, and then I'll come back to you after it's been completed. Something I'll add here is that I do consider it okay to go down just one brush size when doing this sort of exercise. I don't end up doing that for this drawing. I keep the brush size consistent throughout, but you may want to shrink it when doing details such as facial features. Just make sure you're not switching between sizes too much. You'll notice here that I do add several interior lines to the horns in order to show texture, as well as provide more three-dimensionality to them. But I do still keep some blank space so the horns don't become too distracting in contrast to the rest of the drawing. As I say in my now much older video, make every line count. If you're putting a line down, make sure there's a reason for it to be there. I use lines to hint at the anatomy on the figure where appropriate, but without going overkill with it. Leaving some lines to the imagination will give your viewer some mental space to breathe, so to speak. and here is the finished result. So now I will say that it doesn't need to be the hard round brush specifically, but the idea is the simpler the brush, the better. And preferably something that is opaque so that you're not getting lost in your own sketches and it's clear as to what you're doing. And while I'm at it, for those of you who are curious as to what my brush settings are currently, I mentioned I do like to use the watercolor brush for rough layers, but then I tend to clean stuff up with the default G Pen. And I find that you can get, it's easy to do fine details with it because of how thin it is. And you'll notice I do have stabilization on. So, you know, people will consider that to be like, oh, that's cheating. Can't use stabilization, but which I think is dumb because digital drawing does feel a bit different than drawing traditionally. And I find even I have kind of wobbly lines if I don't have stabilization on at least a little bit. So I think about halfway is fine. I wouldn't do it, I wouldn't put it on more than 50. You know, if you're putting it like all the way up, then that's really excessive. You might as well be doing like vector art in Illustrator or something. But some stabilization is okay. I don't think that's a big deal. Hi, just another post edit here that I forgot to bring up in my initial recording. I do normally have pen pressure turned on when doing line art, but for brushes that are highly pressure sensitive, such as the G Pen, I like to lower the size difference slightly so that I can still go from thick to thin, just not dramatically so. I can change the line thickness depending on how I press, but my lines aren't going to get super thick and will remain relatively consistent. You may want to play around with this setting depending on how lightly or hard you press when drawing. But with that, if you did find this video helpful at all, feel free to leave a like, etc. And I will hopefully see you in the next one.